What's up and happy Christmas, everyone. It's your host with the most, Griever, as always, bringing you guys the latest chapter review for Miscellaneous, the chapter by Ban Marsh, done for the Miscontent Discord with a little bit of fun and a little bit of twists here and there and everywhere. Links will be in the description box down below. Now, this review is going to be relatively short. Not only am I kind of busy trying to get back to work and stuff like that with my bad foot and stuff and getting prepped for that. There's also a podcast tonight, and I was working on some other things during the day. But also, I read the chapter, and I liked the chapter, but they fight chapter. It was to hype up Fuse, doesn't even need to use his ability. It was sort of a cop-out moment by Ban there. He was showcasing some of the fight choreography, which I thought was pretty good. The different angles he was using a lot of different variety of different shots while Fuse was fighting and stuff. And the chapter basically goes as follows. Fuse was supposed to use his ability. We get the aura. I forget what the aura actually means, and I still forgot to look that up before doing this review. But ends up deciding, you know what, nah, I want a bit of a challenge, and decides to fight them just hand-to-hand with his bare hands. And he fights these B and A level monsters all by himself, while Clover's just there on the ground sketching out the new monster that she's never seen before, which apparently has acid and stuff like that. Now, Fuse does remark in this chapter that if the big hulking monster, which I'm assuming is an A-class monster, the big hulking one, if it managed to even hit him once, it would probably just about kill him. You know, it would break every bone in his body, and he'd be screwed. So he's got to make sure to not get hit. That's the key thing there, right? And then, of course, the Ass one, he's toying with some of them, and he's playing around with some of them and stuff. But at the end of the day, the chapter is, let's show off Fuse. Let's show off the combat capabilities of a lieutenant of the of one of the 10 deities, right? That's one of the 10 gods, one of the 10 deities. So that, you know, it was effective. It did its job, and we get a little bit of humor at the end because Clover was not actually finished, and you can actually see sort of a half drawn version of the bug spitting acid monster that Clover was sitting down and trying to sketch out. Didn't actually get to finish, and so she just sort of walks away. And Fuse is like, "Huh, what's the problem?" And she's just like, "Fine, let's just get going." And that was basically the end of the chapter. Now, we are not getting another chapter until after Christmas, until December 28th, apparently. So, that being the case, man, Christmas must be right around the corner. I just hang up these lights for fun, you know, it's got nothing to do with the holidays. But yeah, so I thought the chapter was fine. Not really, as I said, there's some cool fight dynamics, but nothing really to discuss, nothing lore-based. We didn't find out really any new information. We knew Fuse was strong, and he's proving that he is strong. And Clover is just a little, you know, as always, sort of exasperated by her first mate, her second in command, her lieutenant. So yeah, and at the end of the comic, Ban has officially started a Patreon with different ranks and stuff. You can definitely read up on all that. I'm not going to go through everything right now, but yeah, so he started a Patreon for some donations and stuff, you know, to keep keep some money rolling in while he's making the comic and stuff like that. And also, there is some rewards and benefits to, you know, joining his Patreon and stuff. And as I said before, the links are all in the box down below, so you should be able to check out the comic. And at the end of the comic, he has the little blurb all about his Patreon and what the little funds and the gimmicks and all that stuff is about his Patreon. So definitely go support Ban there doing that stuff. Really got nothing else to talk about. I think it's going to probably be the shortest review of a chapter. As I said, that I really like the different angles he used. I really enjoyed the different variety of angles in this fight. Like, he didn't want anything to seem too stale. He kept up changing up the momentum, changing up the angles, the viewpoints, the perspectives. And I think that was intentional. I think he didn't want anything to feel too flat, too 2D, as it were. Or too linear. He wanted to make it seem like an actual fight was going on. He wanted the dynamic of the fight to show through, and I think he did a good job. He did a pretty decent job overall of making that happen. So, but yeah, that's all I really have to say about the chapter. I don't know if there's anything that I'm crucially missing for this chapter, but it was solid. It was good. I was sort of looking forward to actually going back to Misk in the group this chapter, and we didn't do that. But by the looks of it, I think we probably will do that next chapter, unless we're going to do Artifacts Part 3, and we're actually going to keep following Clover and Fuse for till the end of the year. Maybe Band is waiting until the new year to jump back to the main cast. Who knows? But I'm hoping to jump back to Misk, Neo, and the like sooner rather than later myself. I think we've showcased Clover and Fuse, and we know what they're all about and stuff at this point, and I think it's time to progress the story in the other direction. So that's just my take on it, but we'll have to wait and see. If it's one more chapter, it's one more chapter, and then we'll jump back. I know Band isn't going to lead us down with Clover and Fuse for, 10 chapters in a row starting now, you know what I mean? So if it's one more chapter, Artifacts 3, and then he jumps back to the main cast in the new year, that is what it is too. So, yeah, I am not as good as teching. I cannot extend this any further than this. I'm looking at that runtime. I'm looking at the runtime going, this is going to be one hell of a short video. But that's actually a good thing because I'm running out of time during my last day as a free man with a bad foot until I have to go back to work tomorrow. So for a full day, and then I have surgery on my eye on Thursday. So that's always got me a little antsy and stuff. So yeah. So. But either way, I hope you guys enjoyed the review. I hope you enjoyed the chapter. And if you have no idea what I'm talking about, once again, for the 3rd, 4th, and 5th time, the links are in the description box down below if you guys want to read along with this comic. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget the 4th and most important thing, to drink responsibly, as I always do. And happy Christmas to everyone who celebrates it. We will see you back here next time on December 28th to review the next chapter of Miscellaneous. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Peace out.